Shohei Ohtani has become a global icon, captivating baseball fans in Japan
It's very popular in Japan right now.
and beyond. But there's a new kid in town, Roki Sasaki. At just 22 years old, this rising star is redefining what it means to dominate on the mound. His fastball clocks at speeds that seem superhuman, and his precision unmatched. Fans call him the monster of the Reiwa era, while scouts say he's a once-in-a-lifetime talent. But there's more to Roki Sasaki than his jaw-dropping stats. A side of him that reveals a scary truth most fans and scouts alike are completely overlooking. What is it about Roki Sasaki that makes him different, so untouchable, and so mysterious? Stick around, because what you're about to discover could alter the course of his career in ways no one could have predicted. Roki Sasaki's story began in a small town in rural Japan, a place better known for its serene landscapes than for producing sports heroes. But Sasaki was anything but ordinary. Even as a child, his intensity and razor-sharp focus stood out. Coaches marveled at his arm strength. They believed it was almost otherworldly. And his control on the mound, unbelievable for someone so young. But Sasaki's childhood was marked by unimaginable tragedy. In 2011, the devastating Tohoku earthquake and tsunami claimed the lives of his father and grandparents, turning his world upside down. Baseball became his refuge during those dark times, a lifeline that channeled his grief into raw passion and determination. By the time he reached high school, Sasaki wasn't just excelling, he was rewriting the script. His fastball was already topping 100 miles per hour, a feat that seasoned pros struggled to achieve. Shohei Ohtani once held the record for the fastest pitch by a Japanese high schooler, until Sasaki came along and shattered it, making headlines nationwide. Scouts swarmed his games, and whispers of baseball prodigy rippled through Japan. Even MLB teams were keeping tabs, hoping he'd decide to switch early to the big leagues. But Sasaki was in no rush. He chose to stay home, honing his craft at his own pace, a move that only added to his mystique and growing fame. In 2019, after a fierce bidding war for the hottest rookie in Japan among Nippon professional baseball teams, Sasaki signed with the Chiba Lotte Marines, where he wasted no time making history. Fans clamored to see him in action, but in a strategic move to protect their star pitcher from overuse, the team delayed his debut until 2021. The wait only built anticipation, and when Sasaki finally stepped onto the mound, he didn't disappoint. The floodgates opened, and the world witnessed the arrival of a once-in-a-lifetime talent. Roki Sasaki didn't just join the NPB to play baseball. He came to rewrite the record books. Every time he stepped on the mound, it was like watching lightning in a bottle. His pitches weren't just fast, they felt like thunderbolts, striking fear into batters and wowing audiences. And in 2022, Sasaki delivered a moment that would forever cement his place in baseball history. A perfect game that sent shockwaves through the sport. In April of 2022, against the Oryx Buffaloes, Sasaki showed the world what he was about in an unforgettable performance. He pitched a perfect game. No hits, no runs, no walks, and an unbelievable 19 strikeouts. For context, this is a feat so rare that only a handful of pitchers in Japan's storied history have achieved it. And Sasaki? He did it at just 20 years old. His 19 strikeouts tied the NPB record, while his 13 consecutive strikeouts obliterated the previous world record. To put this into perspective, Sasaki's streak surpassed even the MLB record of 10 consecutive strikeouts held by legends like Tom Seaver, Corbin Burns, and Aaron Nola. And as if that wasn't enough, Sasaki followed up this historic game with yet another mind-blowing performance. Facing the Hokkaido Fighters in his next outing, he pitched 8 flawless innings. Though his manager wisely pulled him before the 9th inning to protect his arm, Sasaki had already made his mark. In those 8 innings that he featured, the Marines star pitcher struck out 14 batters with just 102 pitches. The highlight of the game? A blistering 101-mile-per-hour fastball in the 8th inning that left the crowd reeling and firmly etched his name in the annals of baseball greatness. By the end of this phenomenal run, Sasaki had retired 52 consecutive batters, shattering the long-standing NPB record. To put this achievement into a clearer perspective, the MLB record for consecutive outs is 46, held by Yusmeiro Petit. This accomplishment speaks volumes about Sasaki's unrelenting focus and unmatched skill on the mound. He closed the season with an outstanding 9-4 record, a 2.02 ERA, and 173 strikeouts over 129 and a third innings. A jaw-dropping stat line for a pitcher barely in his 20s. The buzz around Sasaki reached new heights, with commentators from Japan and even MLB dubbing him a once-in-a-lifetime talent. Some even began comparing him to legends like Nolan Ryan and Randy Johnson, with great belief that he could one day stand shoulder to shoulder with these MLB greats. What makes these comparisons even more astounding is that Sasaki hasn't even announced his plans to join the MLB yet. Then came 2023, and Sasaki wasted no time reminding the baseball world why he's special. During one game, he unleashed 4 pitches clocking 102.5 miles per hour.
Tell me about this kid. Again, he had 102.5 miles per hour.
Tying the record for the fastest pitch ever thrown by a Japanese player in NPB history. The only other player to achieve this impeccable record, none other than his mentor, Shohei Ohtani. Yet, despite the hype, a good portion of MLB fans were still a bit skeptical of Sasaki's ability to succeed beyond Japan, with many worried he could be one of these phenoms who burn too bright too fast. Critics also often dismiss the NPB as inferior to the MLB, but Sasaki silenced doubters on the grandest stage of all, the 2023 World Baseball Classic. Representing Team Japan, Sasaki made his first start against the Czech Republic. Over 3 2/3 innings, he struck out 8 batters, allowing just 2 hits. It was a commanding performance that not only showcased his talent, but also hinted at his potential to dominate on the global stage. Sasaki's debut performance in the World Baseball Classic stunned critics worldwide, putting everyone on notice about this rising star from Japan. But it was his start against Mexico that truly solidified his status as a generational talent. His fastballs averaged a blistering 100.5 miles per hour, peaking at 101.9 miles per hour. Proof that this kid has a rocket for an arm. Then there's a split-finger fastball, which left viewers in awe, averaging 91.2 miles per hour with an astonishing 31.4 inches of vertical break.
Just thrives in these big games.
And if you found this video intriguing so far, leave us a like and subscribe to the channel. Most of all, if you're a huge baseball fan, this is the place to be. Let's keep it rolling. Throughout his young career, Sasaki's fastball has routinely topped 100 miles per hour, paired with pinpoint accuracy that makes it nearly unhittable. But what truly sets him apart is that he's not just a power pitcher. Sasaki has the control of a veteran, able to place his pitches with a precision that leaves batters frozen. Facing him isn't just a challenge, it's an exercise in futility. Every outing is a message to the MLB.
What also plays is when you see guys throwing 100 with live action. Roki Sasaki, we saw him last night. What about him?
This phenomenon is the future. Now that the Chiba Lot Marines have made it official that they would be posting Sasaki in this offseason, every MLB is on high alert, putting together their best offer for the new kid on the block. There's no doubt that Roki's stock has risen tremendously, especially after teaming up with Shohei Ohtani and Yoshinobu Yamamoto to lead Japan to victory in the WBC final over Team USA. MLB fans got a thrilling glimpse of his devastating arsenal, and now the league is abuzz with speculation. Now that his team has decided to post him, Sasaki could be the most coveted free agency in recent history. The Los Angeles Dodgers are widely regarded as favorites to land Sasaki, especially after signing Yoshinobu Yamamoto for a record-breaking $325 million last year. However, the race is far from over. The San Diego Padres have their own ace up their sleeve in Yu Darvish, who's been a mentor to Sasaki. Darvish has helped Sasaki refine his slider, a weapon that's quickly becoming another deadly addition to his arsenal. Padres fans are hopeful that this connection could tip the scales in their favor, but only time will tell. Recent reports suggest that Sasaki might prioritize joining a team that'll help him grow as a player over the big-name franchises he's been linked with. This has fueled rumors that the Mariners could make a serious play for the WBC alum. The Mariners, known for their stellar track record in developing pitchers, are rumored to be leveraging this reputation to convince Sasaki to join their ranks. While nothing is confirmed yet, one thing is clear: a bidding war is brewing for this young superstar. It's no surprise that the Marines eventually opted to post Sasaki. They are certainly well aware of the record-breaking deal that sent another NPB star, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, to the MLB last December. That deal earned the Oryx Buffaloes over $50 million in posting fees, showing just how much the Marines could gain financially if they decided to post Sasaki. But there's a twist that many don't realize. The Chiba Lot Marines' decision to post Sasaki, now at just 22 years old, effectively means he won't be eligible for a massive deal like Yamamoto's. Under MLB's International Amateur Signing Bonus Pool rules, players under 25 who haven't accrued 6 years in a foreign major league face strict caps on their contracts. A comparable case is Shohei Ohtani, who was posted in 2017 and signed with the Angels for just $2.3 million due to these same rules. Sasaki could draw inspiration from the way Ohtani's career panned out. Despite entering the MLB on a relatively modest deal, Ohtani proved his worth over 6 years, eventually landing a jaw-dropping $700 million 10-year contract with the Dodgers. If Sasaki follows a similar path, the financial payoff and career trajectory could be astronomical. The crazy part? Roki Sasaki isn't just seen as a top prospect. He's rated even higher than other NPB pitchers who made the leap to the major leagues. He's viewed as an even better prospect than stars like Yoshinobu Yamamoto and Shota Imanaga, largely because of one thing: his fastball. It's like a rocket on steroids. Blink and you'll miss it. But Sasaki isn't just a one-trick pony. This youngster has a whole arsenal of deadly pitches. His splitter? It's a magician's disappearing trick, vanishing right before the batter's eyes no matter how locked in they are. Always hungry to improve, Sasaki recently started adding a slider to his repertoire. It's only getting nastier by the day. Combine that with his fastball, which still leaves fans and analysts in awe, and his jaw-dropping 51.5% whiff rate on the splitter. It's clear this guy is a nightmare for any batter. Sasaki's athleticism is another marvel, especially for someone with his lean build. Due credit should go to his coaches for managing his game time meticulously to keep his arm healthy and strong. His pitching mechanics are just as unique as his talent. When he stands on the mound, he primarily pitches from the stretch position, starting on the third base side of the rubber. With his front leg lifted almost to shoulder height, it's an incredible sight for a pitcher who's just 6'2". And while his arm angle isn't always textbook perfect at 90 degrees, his ability to create separation between his chest and hips more than makes up for it. Roki Sasaki is undoubtedly a once-in-a-generation talent, and now the world is watching. With that spotlight comes enormous pressure to sustain his dominance. But if his journey so far has taught us anything, it's that Sasaki thrives under pressure. He's been through enough in his young life to be unshaken by the weight of expectations. Now that Sasaki has decided to make the jump to the big leagues, you can bet that teams like the Dodgers and every other MLB powerhouse would do whatever it takes to land him. And with good reason. He's got the potential to be a game changer. And that's a wrap for today. What's your take on Roki Sasaki? Would you want him on your team? And do you think he's ready to make a big splash in MLB in the coming years? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments below.